as I got older, I got more into the construction side and started drifting away from farming and whatnot, because I mean, it didn't really pay all that well, and it was pretty well seasonal. Granted, construction is as well, but there's more room for advancement on that.
Yeah.
And I started bouncing around from job to job, got bored with it. I've always had the entrepreneurial mindset. I've always wanted more than, just the 9 to 5. And I can remember the first job that I had on the books was for a truss company up in Deer Park. And I ended up being their forklift operator.
Yeah.
And one day I'm out standing out at the propane tank, because the forklift was, powered by propane. And I was filling the tank. And I'm sitting there looking at the shop, and all I could think is, this can't be it. There's got to be more. And so from then on, I just, been pushing for more and striving for more. And I got hooked up with Service Master and started running their demo crew for them. And, tried this, that, and the other. And then a few years ago, me and a buddy of mine were having a beer out in my shop, and he looks at me and goes, "Get your GC license." I looked at him like, "Dude, I don't want to get back into construction. I've been doing that for as long as you've been a project manager. I don't want to do it." He goes, "You're not. You're going to be tearing houses apart." I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" He goes, "Our boy Dylan's got more work than he can handle, and I keep throwing it his way." He goes, "Get your GC license, get insurance, get everything, and I'll start throwing you work."
Yeah.
And that was back in 23.
Nice.
Like beginning of February. And so I hit the ground running, and I'm fortunate enough to get a contract with, one of the biggest mitigation companies around.
Nice.
And so, yeah, I've been running for them. Winter is my busy season, because, all the water breaks and things like that. And, this time of year I started slowing down. So,
So what was your family like? You had
honestly, looking back on it now, I think to myself all the time what I wouldn't give to go back to 15, making $100 a day throwing hay.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, my boss would walk up to all of us. We'd all be sitting on the trailer with a cold beer and a $100 bill wrapped around it, and said, "Here you go."
Nice.
That was our payment every day. What I wouldn't give to go back to that. No worries in the world, no responsibilities. Just make sure you don't kill the guy you're throwing hay at.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Literally, I grew up with, if you want it, go out and work for it.
Yeah.
Nothing was handed to me.
Nice. That's a classic farmer kid, though.
Exactly.
What's the perfect client? If you could niche it to the very smallest, narrowest thing. I know you do all kinds of demolition.
Right.
If someone wants to tear down a barn, you could do that. If someone's building a, high-end kitchen, you could clean out the old and.
Yep.
But what is a perfect customer? If you could work for 1 week for just the perfect client, who would he be?
Basically anyone that's got an old, beat up, dilapidated, and honestly, it doesn't even have to be old and beat up, but a house that they just want to completely change the layout in.
Right.
Have me go through and just take everything down to studs.
Good. Okay, best way for people to get a hold of you, if there's someone out there and they're thinking, "Hey man, I flip 7 houses a year. I'd love to have a guy that's just available to me." We're going to put your website right here on the bottom, or your phone number.
I was going to say, mind if I just hold up my business card to the camera?
I don't think it'll be video sensitive, but...
Fair enough. My phone number is the best way to get a hold of me. Call, text, whichever. My number is 509-638-3179.
All right, we'll put this right there.
Perfect.